Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
All right. So a couple weeks ago, we did one of our stellar shows of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 weeks. 3 weeks? 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
2 weeks. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 shows ago.
3 shows ago. And basically what came out of that was this.
I am loving this!
And?
How cool is that? How cool is that?
So if you were part of that and heard that show, you know exactly what we're talking about.
I am loving this!
Thank you, Rev.
Thank you.
So anyway, during that segment,
yes,
we pulled out a little thing, evidently, and we questioned this when it happened, but Rev made a bumper or a promo.
A bold statement.
A bold statement. Yeah, exactly. To the quote-unquote, the upper management of Rock Nation Radio.
That's right, he did.
The upper management.
The upper management of Rock Nation.
A guy that basically runs a server.
Awesome.
Thank you, Eric. So anyway, I'm going to play Rev's bold statement, which came into question, and we got the audio of Rev defending his position on this.
Okay, great.
So let's listen to this overmodulated, well-produced, bold statement from the Rev.
They didn't believe in us when we came around. They even questioned whether they should put us on the air. What show doubles the number of listeners of any other show on this station?
It's Dirt Talk.
What show crashes the chat room on a weekly basis? Oh, yeah.
It's Dirt Talk.
What show has live callers calling in?
Oh,
that's Dirt Talk. What show has created a buzz all over the internet? Last time we checked,
it was Dirt Talk.
So when upper management says something cute like, you're getting too big for your own little world, we've only got one thing to say.
And that's go f*** yourself.
Look at Kurgan in the chat room. And who fucks Ray in the ass during the show? Oh, it's Dirt Talk. And who cries like a bitch when somebody says Vanessa? So anyway, Mr. Aiken was conversing with the upper management who dropped their sandwich on the floor. So anyway, Chris was conversing with the upper management of Rock Nation Radio.
It's amazing that upper management would take my meeting.
Yeah. He had to schedule that a week in advance.
That's right.
So he was so kind as to forward that over to Droid over at Rock Nation Radio.
Oh, upper management.
Oh, upper management. I'm sorry.
Please.
And it evidently got back to the Rev that we sent that over. So he chooses to defend his statement. And basically,
I am loving this.
Thank you, Rev. And defend what he had to say and even analyze his own bold statement.
All right, good.
So here we go.
All right, Dirt Talk here from Oklahoma City. We're talking to the chat room about what it is. Ray, what is it, man? What is it that causes so much hatred?
Hold on.
What?
Do you want to set this part up at all?
Well, Chris had one of our henchmen.
Yes.
Over there kind of bugging the chat room over there, and that always seems to be a point of distraction.
Yeah. Anybody goes in and bugs the Rev, and he can't do his show.
Because, as you know, you and I are completely distracted by our chat room.
We really are.
And if somebody says something off-colored or negative, it just basically ruins our whole show.
It does. We start crying on the air. Oh, no, it's truthful.
And we just can't go on.
That's right.
So Rev is just basically commenting about comments left in the chat room.
Yeah, I heard there was some really good ones this week.
Right. So here we go. He's talking about the hatred.
All right, Dirt Talk here from Oklahoma City. We're talking to the chat room about what it is. Ray, what is it? What is it that causes so much hatred? What is it, man?
I don't know.
You know me for a long time.
I don't know. I guess because maybe you speak your opinion. Maybe that's what it is.
You.
Okay, is that the reason why? Because he speaks his opinion?
That must be it.
No.
No?
No.
Is it because we like to kick a Down syndrome kid and he just happens to be the most vocal of them?
No.
Then what is it? I can't figure it out.
It's not so much hatred. It's just pointing out the arrogant, pompous nature of this guy who feels that he's so much smarter than everyone else.
Yeah, we don't like smarmy people, especially smarmy people that can't support themselves.
Right. So that will draw the ire of someone who basically, how's that one song go? I'm trying to think of it. It's an old 70s song. It says, how's that song go? Something about he can't run his own life. I'll be damned if he'll run mine.
Oh. I'll be damned if you run mine.
Right, that song.
Oh, child.
You know that song?
Yeah, sunshine, go away today.
Yeah, he can't run his own life. I'll be damned if he'll run mine.
Yeah, that's the right song, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Who sang that? Terry Jacks?
I don't think so. It's just another one of those bad 70s tunes.
Right.
All right, so here we go.
Me, you've known me 20 years, damn near. I mean, I normally get along really good with just about anybody, most of the time. You know, there are the few that there's somebody new in the chat room. We're to ask them about the show and where they heard it, and I was just telling them, listen, we have a lot of enemies that like to come in here and cause a bunch of noise and yada yada yada. And he was like,
"Is that what you were doing, causing a bunch of noise?"
You mean my henchman?
Yeah. Was your henchman causing a lot of noise?
I didn't know you could cause noise in a text chat.
I didn't know either. That's why I wanted to know. What kind of noise can you cause in there?
Apparently there was some texting that was rattling the chain.
Right.
So I heard.
Look at that. We had joy, we had fun, we had dirt talk in the sun.
Why? And I was like, I don't really know. But speaking of that, before we get into this third hour here, let's get into this real quick. So this, where are you?
Hey, quiet down in there, Nathan from Kentucky. You're making a lot of noise here. I'm trying to do a show.
Yeah, could you stop it? We have to stop the show now because there's noise being made in the chat room.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I can't go on. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise going on in that chat room in there.
That's right.
Right here caused a mad amount of controversy. We're going to go through this piece by piece. You ready? You got your cans on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you got your cans on.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah. Ray is sitting like 2 feet away from him, and he has to ask him if he's got his headphones on, as if he couldn't see that for himself.
Yeah, well, maybe the glare off the lawn chair was blinding him or he couldn't see if he had his cans on.
You got your cans on.
Got your cans on. All right, we get it. You're in broadcasting school, stupid.
Your cans.
Cans. I never called them cans. I worked in commercial radio for 10 years.
They're just headphones.
Just phones.
Put your cans on.
What a douche.
Mad amount of controversy. We're going to go through this piece by piece. You ready? You got your cans on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to put mine on too, so we can pause and play. Here we go.
They didn't believe in us when we came around. They even question whether they should put us on the air.
Which is a true deal. It's a true deal. When Rock Nation and Dirt Talk came together, they were kind of unsure about Dirt Talk. And we had some problems at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
what kind of problems do you think they had? Like poor audio?
Yeah, terrible audio.
And who fixed that audio?
Droid?
I believe Droid fixed their audio for them because every show was... And then Ray was like... Remember that?
I just have to say, fuck Pure Rock Radio. Fuck them. We're going to Rock Nation, so fuck Pure Rock Radio. Yeah, if you don't get your shit together, Pure Rock, you're getting the boot. Fuck you.
So those were some of the problems they had.
We were definitely controversial because anybody that listens to the show knows that Dirt Talk, before it was Dirt Talk, was called the FC in the UK, and it was controversial.
Right.
Okay, so...
Why does this guy think he's so cutting edge and controversial?
First of all, if you have no listeners, you have no controversy.
What's so controversial about this guy? He hasn't yet to say anything that's controversial.
Even if he did, even if he said he enjoyed raping 16-month-old babies with his fucking tongue and making them bleed, if he said that every week to Ray, and Ray said, "Oh, dude, that's crazy," that's not controversial. That's a conversation. If you have no listeners, you have no controversy. You can't.
That's the first part.
Yep.
No, that's it. You can't be controversial if you have no listeners.
Right.
Of the damning audio. Okay, so we continue.
What show doubles the number of listeners of any other show on this station?
It's Dirt Talk. Okay, maybe a little overstated.
So basically he lied.
Backtrack. I'm lying.
A little overstated?
A little overstated. Your peak at the best is 20, and that's when 10 of our guys are trying to fuck up your show.
Right. But on an average, you have 7 listeners.
Yeah, 7 listeners on the average.
7 to 10 listeners at the most.
And if you take out the CMS spies and native, you have about 4.
Right.
I don't know that we double the numbers of everybody on this station. However, when we're on, numbers climb. We watch that counter like hawks. We've pulled in some big numbers, especially Sunday night.
Big numbers.
Big numbers?
How big are big?
What is a big number?
10?
10?
Yeah, 10.
I mean, you haven't pulled big numbers. What did we do when we did the first broadcast from the Metal Sludge thing? Like 600 or 700 people or something?
Yeah, something like that.
That's big numbers.
10 is not a big number.
10 is not a big number.
Our CMS rebroadcast on Sunday night at Hard Rock and 80s does like 70 listeners.
Yeah. And that's not a big number.
And that's not big numbers. If it's less than 100, that's not big numbers.
None of it's big numbers.
10. Big numbers.
I mean, if you add everything that we have together, which would be the rebroadcast, the live show, the terrestrial show, all of that together, we've kind of estimated what, between 7,000 and 10,000 listeners a week,
give or take. Yeah.
If you add everything together.
Yeah. If you add this live show, the rebroadcast on the CMS radio network, the affiliates that rebroadcast the show, and the terrestrial, 7,000 to 10,000 a week.
Yeah. So, and that's not big numbers. So 20 is like, why are you doing it?
Right.
Numbers climb. We watch that counter like hawks. We've pulled in some big numbers, especially Sunday night, baby. Who's listening to internet radio on Sunday? Nobody.
Nope.
So, okay, that's part 2. I'll agree that was maybe a little overstated. Sometimes in my angst, I get a little overstatish.
Angst?
Angst? Are you mad about it?
Angst. Does he even understand what the word angst means?
Apparently not.
Too. I'll agree that was maybe a little overstated. Sometimes in my angst, I get a little overstatish.
What show crashes the chat room on a weekly basis? Oh, yeah.
It's Dirt Talk.
Okay. Crashes a chat room.
Yeah. And why don't you just call it like it is? Your chat room is shit.
Yeah, it's a piece of junk. It fails.
Yeah, it fails. And to be fair, we had a chat room that failed. So we got rid of it.
Right. And we went to the Pal Talk client, which is a professionally hosted chat room.
Yeah, which, by the way, they're stupid. You could get for free.
Yeah, it's free. All you got to do is set it up.
Yeah, all you got to do is put a picture on it and set it up. Set up a password.
Even Mikey could do it.
Yeah, yeah. The 12-year-old listener got one.
Right.
Chat room on a weekly basis. Oh, yeah.
It's Dirt Talk. Okay, most of the time we have an insane chat room.
Insane?
You know what's insane about it? The number of our fans that go in there and fuck with them.
Insane.
Insane.
Now, you may have been in there at some point. How many people were in there?
Last week?
10?
6.
11?
6.
6.
It was 6.
6.
Actually, apparently this is getting us into trouble because the guy that runs the chat room is so upset about how much he has to watch the chat room. Tonight,
why does he have to watch the chat room?
You don't have to watch the chat room, stupid. It's called a Java applet, which means you load it, it loads on the server, it's there. That's it. There's no watching it. There's no memory usage in a Java chat.
What are you watching anyway?
He's not watching anything. There's no memory problems. If any web page, anybody with a web page with some pictures and shit on it has 15 times the amount of web space used to host and display the web page and load it on every individual computer than you would running a Java chat. A Java chat is about 300K worth of space, and that's it. And it doesn't go up as listeners keep going on. Stop trying to pretend like you know something about computers, dummy. You obviously don't.
So the guy who quote unquote runs the chat room is upset because
I wonder if he's part of senior management
because he has to watch the chat room.
Is so upset about how much he has to watch the chat room. Tonight, Ray's girlfriend got booted from the chat room because things were going on. And
things were going on? What was going on? What was going on? Things were going on. Okay.
Guy's trying to protect the chat room, and I get that. That makes sense.
What is he protecting the chat room from?
You can't say anything mean in my chat room.
He's protecting the chat room.
Yeah. Is he?
He made a mistake, and she was playing a joke. Didn't really happen out or so. Anyway, chat room usually pretty nuts. Next.
So whoever is quote unquote protecting the chat room has an itchy trigger finger. Ray's girlfriend jumped in there probably under a different name, and he booted her.
Right. Well, let me just. You know what? I'll share the secret too. The Java chats need 10 seconds to pull an IP address, dummy. So therefore, if somebody comes in, drops a message, drops out, it doesn't take 10 seconds, and they can't ban you. So stop with your little banning. Doesn't work.
He made a mistake, and she was playing a joke. Didn't really happen out or so. Anyway, chat room usually pretty nuts. Next.
What show has live callers calling in?
Oh,
that's Dirt Talk. What show has created a buzz all over the internet? Last time we checked,
it was Dirt Talk. Okay, callers. Yeah, we got callers, and we do have a real phone line. We take real calls.
We have a real phone line.
Well, I believe that was a response to one of the comments that the henchman put in the chat room.
Right. Well,
I I think one of the henchmen said something about taping the microphone to the cell phone.
Yeah, we have a real phone line. Well, we don't care how the call comes in there. It's how you get it from the phone to the listeners.
Yeah. We have a real line, really?
Yeah, we do. We have a real phone line.
We like it. It's something that we think that not enough shows do, and we do it, and we have fun with it. A buzz all over the internet. You know why you got so many people coming into this chat room causing hell? Because they know about us.
Yeah, of course we know about you. We're the only ones who know about you.
Yeah, and the only reason any of our people are doing it is because it's so fucking fun to poke the fucking dumbbell.
And it's because it derails you every time.
And it's fun to try and make you cry.
Because there is a buzz about Dirt Talk. It's definitely well known.
Well known?
Promise.
Well known?
It's well known in our circles.
Well known. Look at Sheer Tab. This fucker needs to get teabagged.
There is a buzz about Dirt Talk. It's definitely well known. Promise. And part 3. Here we go.
So when upper management says something cute like, you're getting too big for your own little world.
All right, so we were talking to some of the upper management at Rock Nation Radio.
I love the whole upper management thing.
The upper management, like you went into Droid's office and Droid was sitting there with a tie on and a fucking box of cigars on the desk. And well, Rev, we have to have a conversation about your attitude on the air.
Right. This is my station, and you're getting too big for your own pants.
Let me just tell you something there, Rev. This is about the station, not about the single entity. You cannot be getting so big for yourself. Stop it.
You're not a team player. You're a renegade, I'll tell you, and we can't have this anymore.
That's right. Here at Rock Nation Radio, it's about the entire community there, Rev. Not about one single show, but the entire entity as a whole.
We're a family here. You can't be either you're part of the family. We won't accept outsiders here, so buckle down and get with it, boy.
Yes, I mean, we give you all of the tools to be successful, and you continually shit on us. All right, maybe I'm regurgitating some things that I was told when I was on commercial radio.
They're like, you guys are just getting a little bit too big for your own britches there. Well, I mean, we weren't trying to do anything extraordinary. We're trying to have fun, make the show grow, make it bigger, make it more fun. And I took offense to that. Hey, I don't think we're getting too big for our britches, so I did what the Rev does, and I said this.
What? What does the Rev do?
Yeah, tell us what the Rev does,
yeah,
Rev.
I love it when people talk in third person.
Well, you know, when Chris gets mad, Chris likes to say a thing or two. What does Neely like to do when Neely gets mad?
Well, when Neely gets mad, he just pulls the plug on the whole goddamn thing.
Oh, see, you don't know how to do it. You're saying he. You got to say, when Neely gets mad, Neely pulls the plug on the whole goddamn thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to be pretentious that way, so it's going to take a while for me to get broken in.
Well, Neely needs to get some practice, because Chris has had plenty of practice, and Chris knows how to speak in third person.
Nice. Did you take lessons from Lizzie Gray?
Well, I just have to tell you that Lizzie Gray and Chris Aiken have a lot in common, specifically that Chris and Lizzie both like to think that they're bigger than they are.
Right. Legends, I tell you. Legends.
Well, I can't speak for Lizzie, but Chris Aiken certainly knows that Chris is a legend.
Right.
Big for our britches, so I did what the Rev does, and I said this.
We've only got one thing to say.
And that's go f*** yourself. All right, so...
Go what?
Go f*** yourself.
Go f*** yourself.
Go f*** yourself. I don't quite have the balls to say it, so I'll just fuzz it out.
Right. So we only got one thing to say. Go f*** yourself.
Yes. I got something to say directly to you, and you better listen. Are you fucking listening, upper management? Go yourself.
That right there caused a little bit of an uproar. Usually when you tell your boss to go stick it, they have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
Your boss?
That right.
Yeah. You know, upper management over there at Rock Nation.
Your boss.
Your boss.
There caused us much pain and grief and it kind of went down in public last week right here in the chat room. The owner got angry about that. And here's what happened is some buddies from another show decided to record that and send it to the owner because
we're buddies now.
We're buddies of Revs.
We're buddies.
Yeah, that's us. We're the Revs buddies.
Right.
It's an alien Rev, all good buddies.
I got to hear this again.
That. And here's what happened is some buddies from another show decided to record that and send it to the owner because the owner wasn't listening. And tried to.
So what good was your message if the owner wasn't listening?
Yeah, no good at all.
Yeah, it fell on deaf ears.
Or he didn't want the owner to hear it.
Right.
He just wanted to sound like he was a big talker. You know, because ultimately, what does it matter if we send him the message? He said it on the show.
And he was directing it towards somebody specifically, so we just wanted to make sure the intended recipient got that message delivered to them personally.
That's right. We didn't doctor it at all. We just cut and pasted.
Right.
Dismantle the relationship between Dirt Talk and Rock Nation Radio, which has been, kind of rocky from the beginning. However, let me make this abundantly clear.
All right.
We support Rock Nation Radio. Rock Nation Radio supports Dirt Talk. So, tape everything you want, send it over to them.
Are you taping things these days?
Yeah, I get the reel-to-reel out and just get my tape rolling.
Yeah, I like to use the mini tapes myself. They don't use as much room.
Yeah, I got a couple 90-minuters here.
I got some digital recording equipment, but nothing gives you that warm feeling like an analog tape.
Let me just tell you, my tape recorder, I got the old Nakamichi where the whole thing pops out, flips the tape over, and pulls back in. It's great.
Nice. So when I'm taping Dirt Talk,
when I'm taping Dirt Talk,
I like to use Memorex because is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah, I'm partial to Scotch.
Yeah. So is Nathan from Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
He likes Scotch as well.
I didn't see that. I didn't see you.
Tape everything you want, send it over to them, tape the things that they say, send it to me. I have audio clips of DJs that work for Rock Nation Radio.
They work for Rock Nation Radio? I wonder if I could get that gig.
Yeah, I wonder.
What do you think they pay over there?
Probably big money. I mean, big, powerful broadcast like that.
They work over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe we can schedule a meeting and we can appear in front of the big desk there with upper management.
Right. We could be part of the staff.
Yeah, we could be. Maybe.
Saying they're just waiting on a reason to fire us. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. I talk to them. I don't care what anybody's saying, what the big rumors are, who's taping what and sending it where. This is Dirt Talk and Rock Nation Radio, and you really just can't take us down.
Is that a fact?
Sounds like somebody got their ass handed to them a little bit. What do you think?
Well, when I'm done taping the show tonight.
Yeah. Taping the show.
It's the last time you ever taped anything.
Oh, man, I don't even have a tape player anymore.
I love that taping.
I've been saying for how many months that I'm going to take all these old interviews and bring them to the show, and I can't because I don't have a tape player.
A tape player. Go ahead and tape us.
Yeah, you got me. I'm taping you.
Sorry. I hope you had fun with your little game, and I hope, it didn't work out the way you wanted it to. I got a tissue for you, and it's on my penis, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's roll into the third hour of Dirt Talk. Brand new Metallica on the way. Stick around.
He knows how to throw the fucking cutting language, doesn't he?
I know. I
got a tissue on my penis for you.
We're about 25 minutes away. I think I'm just going to end early because I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little weepy myself. Here's my question, though. That's fine. That's dandy. Whatever. My question is, how is it that even this is our fault?
I have no idea.
Where did we say, go fuck yourself, senior management?
Senior management.
Or upper management or whatever. Where was the Classic Metal Show in saying, hey, upper management, we have better numbers than all your dumb shows, so go fuck yourself? I don't think that was us.
I don't think so either.
I think that might have been you, Rev, you stupid motherfucker.
Wow.
But even though you can't fucking take the blame for your own fucking dumb mouth, don't try and lay it on us, stupid. You know why Droid took our call and listened to that recording? Because he knew it was fucking true, you stupid fuck. You said it, you dumb motherfucker. There's no way in fuck you're going to blame us for it.
Well, you gave it to him.
Yeah, what did I do? Did the bad voice track? Let me try again. I can see where he might have been fooled by that shit.
It's Dirt Talk.
Oh, it's Dirt Talk.
It's Dirt Talk.
It's Dirt Talk.
Thanks for checking out the best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.